You've got to give me credit. I've faced a lot of challenges in this life, but this is one that most people don't get a chance to talk about. It all started with a telephone conversation, and this lady who was telling me my number was up and that I was deceased. Deceased? I can't be dead. I just saw myself in the mirror this morning. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a real live dead person. You got to give me credit. Public speaking can be very difficult when you're a member of the dearly departed. And actually, it was in applying for credit that I was given this startling revelation. I'd received one of those forms you get in the mail for a pre-approved credit card, so I thought I'd send it in. But instead of a card, I got a denial letter. A denial letter for a pre-approved card. This was strange, I thought, so I called the credit bureau to find out what the problem was, in case I want to apply for something really important. At first glance at my credit file, the lady said everything looked fine. Well, maybe I've been confused with someone else. Maybe there's a glitch in the computer. You're familiar with computers. They're sort of a cross between a typewriter, a television set, and a pit bull. Marvelous technology, and shows you such wondrous things. But if you don't feed them right, or if you don't know how to handle them properly, they will grab you by your Apple iPad or PC compatible and leave you in shreds. Upon further check, I was informed of my demise. Seems my Social Security number was listed as being deceased. Deceased, I said? Yes, since January of 1985. Now, having someone tell you you're dead can just ruin your whole day. Boy, I hate when that happens. And it also can mess up your mind. All sorts of thoughts went swirling through my head like, wow, I know I've been a little depressed lately, but I had no idea. You think somebody would have noticed by now? Why am I always the last one to know? Well, maybe I better check that mirror again. I look good. Wouldn't you say I look good? That's what they say at funerals. Yeah. You've done it yourself. You walk over, pay your respects, turn to the first person you meet and say, "They look good." I don't look that good. Wait a minute, I get it. This explains everything. This isn't arthritis, it's rigor mortis. I was shocked. I was surprised. I was disappointed. I've always heard it said that when you're good, you go to heaven. And when you're bad, you go to that other place. But I ask you, what do you have to do to end up in Chandler? We all know the water tastes like hell. Lord knows getting yourself resurrected can be a difficult task. And he didn't have to deal with computers. So the next step is to take my driver's license, my Social Security card, and my pulse down to the Social Security Administration and take a number. Number 87. Now serving number 5. Yeah, this is hell, all right. What I eventually found was a fine example of how the right hand does not know what the left hand is doing, and vice versa. When first called up, my number wasn't listed as deceased, but then it wasn't listed in my married name either. Terrific! Now I'm not only dead, but my late husband and I were just living together all those years. When my mother finds it out, she'll kill me. And now that I think about it, I died before he did. Well, but enough about our sex life. The problem is in my Social Security disability file. You see, when you return to work, they terminate your payments. Does anyone notice the word of the day? Somebody punched in the wrong code number and terminated me. Now, convincing the person across the desk from you that you're living and breathing is no problem. Now all I had to do was convince the computer. I could be dead a long time. And life is too short to be dead this long. In this life, you don't exist without numbers. You don't exist without credit. I charge, therefore I am. And I am not dead. If I'm dead, what are all of you doing here? Now that I think about it, you do look good.